Mhm. All right. Good morning, everybody. This is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers, and I come to you every morning at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time to talk to you about your e-commerce business, to help you to get focused and concentrate on the things that are going to help move the needle in your business, help you to make more money, help you to be more productive, help you to be more consistent in your e-commerce business. So if you feel like that's you, I'm hoping this information is a blessing to you and your business. So if you haven't checked us out before, definitely you can go to www.myecomplanner.com and grab the My E-commerce Planner. If you're a person that feels like you need help with your planning in your e-commerce business, helping you to be more productive, be more consistent, helping you to make better decisions in your e-commerce business every day, every week, every month. And you can definitely schedule a free coaching session with me. You can go to www.ecomsellers.com to schedule your daily e-com planning session. And I'll be more than happy to your 20-minute free e-com planning session. I'll be more than happy to walk through your business with you and help you find those opportunities where things are just, you have some opportunities to tighten some things up to make your business a little more profitable and a little more consistent and a little more focused and help you to be a little more productive. So I have been sick the last couple of days, so I'm hoping this morning that my voice will cooperate with me. We are going over organization this morning before we go through our daily activities. We do this every morning at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, except for Sundays. Sundays we meet once a month to do our monthly planning session, so you can come back and join us then. And on Saturdays we do the weekly planning session. We're live on Facebook in the e-commerce planning Facebook group. You can join that Facebook group and download the document for the daily planning session, along with the weekly and the monthly planning session. And then you can also check us out on Clubhouse. So we are randomly selecting different articles online. Today's article that we're going through is organization, because of the fact that we want to make sure that we're doing things that are going to help us to be more organized. I don't want it to just be from my perspective. I love to see what other people have to say about organization. So this article comes from the Spruce, and it says 10 things to do daily to be more organized. So as we kind of scan through this particular article, the first thing, again, this could definitely be related to your e-commerce business or not. We'll see. So this first one is to leave your keys and your phone in the same spot. Okay, so if you're one of those people that you lose your stuff all the time, I talk to my son about this all the time because he can never find stuff. That's probably going to help you. I think when it comes to your e-commerce business, like if you're listing every day, if you are shipping things every day, like you should know where your stuff is. You should know where your inventory is. It should be cataloged so you can easily find it. So I think putting it in the same spot, I think that's a good idea. If you have inventory randomly everywhere and it takes you 20 minutes, you have a shipment and it takes you 20 minutes to locate that particular item, you have already lost money because that's 20 minutes worth of time that you wasted. Versus if you're organized, you'll be able to find that inventory much faster. The next one they say is to create a checklist or a task list. Absolutely. We talk about that every single day. So this one I absolutely agree with. Again, this is an article from the Spruce. So if you're not creating a checklist or a task list of things to do, then that is going to definitely impact your productivity, and you're going to be a little less organized. You're going to get up and you're going to be very haphazard and random about the stuff you do in your business. The next thing that they say is check your bank balance online. Well, okay. Now, one of the weekly things or monthly things we talk about is establishing a budget and then balancing and reconciling every single month when it comes to your e-commerce business. So that I agree with. But I think in general, just as an adult, part of adulting is to check your balance. You should at least know how much money you make. You should be reconciling things anyway. So being a little more organized, I agree. I feel like some of these may or may not be e-commerce related, but they just may be life related, but that's okay. The next one that they have is carry a small notepad. This I think is a great idea. And the reason I like this one is because when it comes to your e-commerce business, if you happen to be anywhere, Their sourcing ideas and sourcing inspiration can come from anywhere. So I use a notepad on my phone to take down little notes whenever I'm anywhere and I see something like, oh, that's a great sourcing idea. You could be visiting somebody for dinner or dropping off something or um, talking with somebody at church or going to a convenience store for something, and an idea will come to you, or there might be a product that someone either said that they're using or they bought or they picked up, or that you see inside of a store that you're just randomly picking up something. Like I found something the other day at a compounding pharmacy, and I'm like, oh gosh, I hadn't thought about that before, let me write that down. So I agree, carrying a notepad can help you. It can also help you in your personal life, because the things that you may need to do, having that little notepad can help you be able to remember other things that may come to mind throughout your day. Because again, we're busy people. So that one I agree, including like, stuff you got to get at the grocery store. Number 5, declutter your wallet. Now, I don't think that has anything directly to do with e-commerce, other than the fact that, again, back to, you should know where your money is and what you're doing. Well, let me just say, I think there is a tie to e-commerce here now that I thought about it. Your receipts. If you're doing retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, or things like that, and you stick it in your wallet, one of the tricks that I use is that I take the picture of the receipt whenever I buy anything, and I take that picture and immediately email it to a tax related email account, Gmail account that I've created, so I can forward all my receipts there. That reduces the clutter of me keeping those receipts long term, because receipts fade, y'all. Receipts fade. So I think you should do that for sure. That can definitely tie to your e-commerce business, and consider that strategy. I've talked about it many times, especially in the annual e-commerce planning session that we do. So yeah, I think that was a good one. And you just, it's less paper. It reduces the amount of paper. Number 6, they say, is to spend 3 to 5 minutes on planning your meals. I agree. I agree with that. So on Saturday, well, this Saturday, last past Saturday, we do, me and my kids, I make them do weekly meal planning with us. Why do I do that? One, they're going to be adults someday, and I need them to know how to cook to stay alive. But 2 is because of the fact that being able to free up your time. If you're coming home every single day and cooking, that is a lot of time taken. It is getting out the pots and pans, I'm throwing the food, all of that, getting all of that out just so you can cook. You could be spending that time on something else. So we just cook once a week. And then that way we just have to heat stuff up. It makes our lives a whole lot easier. So I agree with that one 100%. Number 7 is to lay out your clothes for the next day. I teach my kids this. So we are not fumbling around in the morning trying to figure out where the socks and shoes are and everything, and trying to figure out how to get them out the door much quicker. Prep your clothes the night before. We actually do weekly prepping on Sunday. So we prep our clothes for the entire week. We check out the Weather Channel. So I think that one works. I don't know how you tie that directly to your e-commerce business unless you got a bunch of meetings where you have to go out and about. The next one is prep a launch pad. A launch pad is like an area in your house where you leave things so that you can grab them on the way out. Like if it's supposed to rain, having an umbrella there and things like that. I think that's a good idea, especially if you're going out to do retail arbitrage. Instead of fumbling around or being surprised by that, if you check the weather in advance, then you'll have that umbrella right near the front door so you're ready to go. If you're going to the gym, again, having that right near the front door, or either putting it in the car so it's always in the car. But that's what I do instead of the other one. The next one is number 9, is follow a routine. Definitely 100% agree with that. Following a daily routine, that is what we're doing for the ecom planning session. So we're just literally right now just going through one article real quick. And this was the 10, I forget what it said at the top. So I'll go back to the top and read what it was. And then the last one is do the dishes. Well, okay, so I'm just going to say I don't even do this one. We do the dishes. I think I have the kids do them twice a week. And because again, we're only cooking on Saturday. And so we use very few dishes. And so therefore we only do the dishes twice a week. Um, so I think that's, having a clean sink before you go to bed is a great thing. My kids have not learned that trait from me. So probably learned it from grandma, but not from me. I'm just going to admit that one, but that may work out for you too. So, the one thing I will say is maybe decluttering your desk before you go to bed, so then that way the next morning you're ready to go in your e-commerce business. That may actually work out better when it comes to your e-commerce journey. So, with that being said, again, we're live in the e-commerce planning Facebook group. We're live on Clubhouse, and what we're doing is going through a quick article. This today's discussion is organization. It comes to us from the Spruce. It says 10 things to do daily to be more organized. So I agree. Now let's get on with the ecom planning session. So with our daily e-commerce planning session, this is what we do. These are the activities we engage in. If you do the weekly planning session, and we did the weekly planning session online, but we weren't able to go live in Clubhouse. So I'm sorry about that if you guys missed us on Clubhouse. Yes, Nicholas, where are they? Nicholas just walked in. Yeah, I don't know where they are. Go get them. So Nicholas just came in. He's up. He's moving. So uh, with our daily planning session, if you participate in the weekly planning session, we do that on Saturday at 7 a.m. And we weren't able to go live on Clubhouse for whatever reason. The app just wasn't launching for me. So since the app wasn't launching, um, if you missed it, you can join the e-commerce planning Facebook group. I will tell you, I was a little congested, and we had some challenges, so it didn't go well for me. But in any case, um, I want to encourage you to go check it out, and you can listen to it live there. So, number one is if you do the weekly planning, then the daily planning will really only take you 5 minutes. Seriously. So the first thing is the night before, go through and assess your day at the end of the day. See how things went. What did you get done? What did you not get done? Were you able to get through your checklist? Yes or no? If you weren't, I completely understand that. We do want to celebrate the things we were able to get done because we don't want to feel deflated all the time because we weren't able to get through everything. Number two on the list is go through and update your daily tracking stats. So before you go to bed, update your daily tracking stats. How many listings did you create? How many SKUs did you create? New SKUs. How many listings did you rework? What were your expenses for the day? What was your mileage for the day if you went out and about for your e-commerce business? Um, so we're tracking everything. How many hours did you work in your business? How many shipments did you get out, or how many orders did you get fulfilled? Whether it's you or your service that you're using, how many orders were fulfilled? And then the other thing is we're looking at our online calendar because we don't want tomorrow to be a surprise to us. We don't want to wake up, get up, your kids are running around, and you realize, oh, the kids have a dentist appointment today, or I have a meeting with a boss at whatever time. So let's check the online calendars that we keep track of, and that will help us to be more organized every single day in our business, and it'll reduce the stress and the surprises that we have in our life. Okay, so the next thing that we're doing is we're going to go ahead and build out our schedule for tomorrow. That would be Sunday night. We build out our schedule for Monday. And again, it should only take you 5 minutes to do that, and you can knock it out if you have done the weekly planning session. If you haven't, then you want to set aside some time to be able to go through that. So you're taking that weekly template and you're using what you wrote down for the actual for this week, the things you're going to focus on for Monday, and that is what is your daily schedule for today. So in your digital ecom planner, you're going to go in and you're going to fill that in. This is the second full week in April. I was going to say February. I don't know why I'm stuck on that. And you're going to make sure that you write down what is the main thing for today. If nothing else goes right in your life, what is the main thing that needs to get done today? And then you can go through all of your morning activities because we're working to account for our time. We're going to be our own personal time cop and account for the time that we're spending doing things. What are the things you have noted for the afternoon, and what are the things you have noted for the evening for Monday, the 11th? Okay. So now that we are in today, Monday morning, you're going to go through and do whatever your morning routine is. And if your morning routine is to actually go through and do your daily checklist first or your daily schedule first, that's great. But if it's not, if you got to go get your coffee, you got to do your meditation, you have to go to the gym or do your walk, that's fine. When you come back and you're ready to settle into your business for the day, let's try to get it done within the first hour or so. Get started going through these exercise steps. So the first is to reassess yesterday. And the reason why we always reassess yesterday is because of the fact that we want to make sure that we are building a better daily schedule going forward. And in order to do that, we need to note the things that we did. and what were the things we got done and what was on the schedule, so that we're not building an ambitious schedule that's going to always have us stressed out because we don't ever get through it. We don't want it to be so easy that we just kind of like, okay, well, we're done for the day, and we're not really accounting for our time, especially if you've been procrastinating a lot. So your goal is to build a schedule that's going to stretch you, and that's going to help you to be more structured and organized over time, but not to stress you out. We're not trying to stress you out. Number two, so once you find those things, sorry, on number one, go through and add them to yesterday's schedule, so that way you'll be able to use that as a reference for building your schedule in the future. Number two, we're going to go through our weekly priorities and weekly habits. So, what are the weekly priorities and habits that we're focusing on this week? That's going to be extremely important. These are the things you noted when you did your weekly planning session. So, go through and make sure that you know what the priorities are for this week and keep them top of mind. You're going to look at them every single day. So then that way you can check off when you get through those priorities that you said were the big ticket items for the week. Number three, glance at your monthly checklist. So your monthly schedule, your monthly goals. So when we go to the e-commerce planner and we can look at the digital or the physical, what were the top goals, the income producing goals, the admin or VA or operational related goals? What were the marketing and ads related goals? What were those goals for this week that you wrote down that you wanted to focus on? Okay, what were they? The next thing is, or what are they? Not were they, but what are they? And then number four is that we're going to review the schedule that we wrote last night. We're going to read it, write it, speak it out loud to ourselves. So if we need to rewrite it, great. If you don't want to rewrite it, that's fine. But you're definitely going to read it, and you're going to read it out loud to yourself so you can speak it into existence. This will help you to get refocused every single time you get distracted or sucked into the vortex of not getting things done. When you have those habits that you keep falling back into where they're not serving you or serving your business, this is one of those activities that you're going to engage in. So going back to the schedule, and first thing in the morning, as you are preparing your day, it kind of gives you the whole, this is your kickoff for the morning. This is what I'm doing for the day. These are the things that I need to accomplish today. This is where my focus is going to be for the day. Okay. Then number five, you're going to write down or jot down tomorrow's schedule. Again, if you've done the weekly planning session, you can just grab it off of there because you have your weekly template, but you're going to pull it from your weekly actual. And so you'll pull out what was Tuesday, what is on there for Tuesday. And let's go ahead and fill it in and let's make it work for us. And then last but not least, as we wrap up here, the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to make a note of any minor, upcoming activities that are going to disrupt the day, interrupt the day, or impact the day in any kind of way. It could be something that's, 1 or 2 hours that is planned. Now, unplanned stuff, there's nothing you can do about that. Like unplanned, I got a flat tire. I mean, all you can do is, there's nothing you can do about that. Like that's going to be definitely going to impact your schedule. But the things that are planned that are coming up, like that dentist appointment, that's not a surprise. That was probably planned a while ago and it's just popping up on your schedule now. So increasing your awareness about that and making adjustments to what you had on your agenda for the day, so that way you still get the things done that you need to get done, especially those things that you're working on building building consistency around or habit tracking. The other thing is to make a note of any major upcoming things that are going to take you off your schedule for maybe, several days, a week, like vacations. Spring break just ended. School's going to be out soon. Like if you have family coming in for Easter, maybe you guys haven't gotten together for a while, so you guys are going to do an extended weekend, and you're going to have to prep for family coming in, and then the post cleanup of family leaving, like all of that. So you want to be mindful of those things as well, and make adjustments to your schedule so you can continue those habits that you're working to build, those things that you're working to be more consistent about, those things that will disrupt your schedule. You're working to sustain momentum in your business. So that's the reason why you increase your awareness of those things and you make adjustments to your schedule to account for them. So with that being said, my name is Nicole Whitlock. I'm with eCom Sellers. We meet every Monday at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Saturday. Monday through Friday, we go through our daily ecom planning session. Saturdays, we go through the weekly planning session. And on the last Sunday of the month, we go through the monthly planning session. It is the second full week in April. in your e-commerce business. So hopefully you're going to execute the things that you have on your agenda, and that probably includes taxes. You got this week to knock it out. Taxes are due next Monday. So do what you can. That's my focus for the week. So I'm going to be in misery land. And I hope that today you have a highly successful, productive, focused, and consistent day, and highly profitable as well. With that being said, we're going to say goodbye for now. You can connect with me on Facebook or go to ecomsellers.com, schedule coaching, click on coaching and schedule a free 20-minute coaching session. And if you haven't grabbed the My Ecom Planner, you can grab that at www.myecomplanner.com. We have the digital version and the physical version. And you can order yours directly from there and download the daily activity list and weekly and monthly directly from the e-commerce planning Facebook group. All right, now we're really going to say goodbye for now. Bye, y'all.